Welcome to your live stream tarot reading. My name is Greta. I do like to start the reading out with a quick smudge of sage to cleanse the space. Thank you, Spirit. And 3 chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the zodiac sign of Taurus. If you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. If you do have a question for Spirit, please do write that in the comment section, and I will take time to answer questions. Please do limit yourself to 1 question per reading. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Taurus. You know, Taurus, you seem to be in the energy of repeat. And so, things keep coming back around. And maybe you're wondering why you are on repeat or why things keep reoccurring for you. And part of that is the energy of the universe, the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements. And let's see if we can help you find some clarity to get you unstuck from that repetitive motion. Things coming around, going around, coming around and going around. It's like you feel like you've been experiencing this before, or it's the same thing over and over again, and trying to figure out what the heck is that all about. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the zodiac sign of Taurus. Taurus, welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive tarot card reader. I do look at the sun placement, the moon placement, and other planetary placements to get an idea of the energy that is surrounding you at this time. But first and foremost, I do trust my intuition. And I encourage you to trust your intuition as well. I think that tarot cards are a wonderful way to vet, to verify what we are experiencing, what we are thinking, and what we are feeling. And so it is my hope that the more familiar you become with the tarot cards, the better you're able to interpret on what that means to you and your situation at this time. And the foundation, the basis of your reading this evening is the Ace of Wands. And this Ace of Wands is the gift of your passion. The wands stem from the tree of life, and it's our foundation. It's what we base our lives on. It's almost like that unseen, that invisible, what it is that motivates us to get up in the morning, what it is that drives us to do what we do, take the action, use the words that we use. That is our passion. That is our inner strength. That is our inner gift. And that is backed by the 5 of Swords. There has been some confusion. There has been some cloudiness. There has been a battle. It's almost like a battle between good and bad. It's someone trying to get one up on us, or us trying to get one up on someone else. And that is affecting what it is that we're passionate about. That is affecting our decisions, affecting our thought process. Many times when I see the 5 of Swords, I'll say there's an abrasive situation that is causing confusion. And this lack of clarity, this confusion, this chaos is separating us from what it is that we are passionate about. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading, Taurus. And in your public life, your professional life, and this would be your career, education, business, money, finance, we start off with the Tower card. And the Tower card is an act of the universe, it's an act of God, it's an act of spirit that changes our perspective. It's like something has happened, something that has occurred that is out of our control. And it has changed our perspective to be from one of the physical, of one of the tangible, to something that change within, that spiritual change within, followed by the World card. And the World card is, I like that you received both of these cards as side by side like that, Taurus. The World card is telling you that you are being divinely led, divinely protected, and that there is a gift that is meant to come out of this tarot card, or the Tower card, that this act of the universe, this act of God, this shift from the seen to the unseen is a gift for you. Followed by the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is the wounded soldier. Hi, Sands. Welcome to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. And the Nine of Wands is the wounded soldier. But the wounded soldier, the battle is done. Whatever has started, whatever the battle was, whatever the fight was, it's done. It's over. You have the battle scars to show, and now is the time to heal. Followed by the Nine of Cups, being protective, being guarded. And, when we see two nines back to back like that, that is source. That is confirming. That is source, the confirming the nine, what is meant by the nine. And the nine in the tarot represents our vision, our intuition, our internal power, anticipation, and the ending of a cycle. And you keep finding yourself, and you're in a reoccurring situation, but you have the opportunity at this time to end this cycle of repeat. Something keeps, okay, thank you, Spirit. You have said no to an opportunity in the past. And you have said no to something that was destined for you. And so, if something is destined for us in this life, it will keep representing itself until we are on board, until we take advantage of that opportunity. And so it's like this situation in the past, and this is in your public life, in your professional life, perhaps it's an opportunity to continue your education. Perhaps it's an opportunity for a career or a business or something in your public life, in your professional life, you have said no to. And it's representing itself to you. You said no to this situation because it was leading you outside of your comfort zone. Perhaps at the time you felt that you were not ready. Perhaps at the time you felt you didn't have the experience or the knowledge, or maybe you even said no because you felt that this situation was taking you further away from your life's path, from your life's calling. But it's representing itself. And because it's representing itself to you, you can say yes now, or you should say yes now, or it's time to say yes. You know, really take some time and consider. Consider how much you have grown and consider how much you're ready to move forward. And I think the key here is not necessarily how much you have grown or how much more knowledge that you have gained, but it is the confidence that you have. You have grown in confidence. And, confidence looks good on you, Taurus. There, when we are confident and we give off the air of confidence, we are in our beauty. That is a beautiful thing. And I see you saying yes to this opportunity. And, that is why you've been feeling like you've been on repeat. It's because you've been saying no to something that it is time for you to say yes to. And in your private life, and this would be your home, family, friends, and love, we start with the star card. The star card can represent the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Maybe you have a little bit of Aquarius in your birth chart, but you may be dealing with an Aquarius. And a good way to identify the Aquarius energy is the Aquarius is the great humanitarian. The great humanitarian is always looking for ways to improve the world, improve the betterment. They are driven to leave the world a better place than they found it. And so if you are dealing with an Aquarius, or if there's an Aquarius coming into your life, you'll be able to identify them because one of their major goals is going to be one of wanting to improve your life. Followed by the Three of Pentacles. Social media, family gatherings, gatherings of friends, social gatherings, and the Queen of Wands. And there you are, following your intuition, trusting your gut, finding that rebalance. Followed by the Four of Wands, or excuse me, the Four of Swords. You've been feeling like you've been a little bit out of sync with life. And when we feel out of sync, that is the universe's way of asking us to rebalance, to find balance. Have you been taking care of yourself, or have you been worried about taking care of others first? Has your physical, emotional, or mental health been in decline because of your need to care for others before yourself? You know, Taurus, adjustments are needed here. And what source would like you to know, or what source would like you to remember, is that the smallest changes, the smallest adjustments have the bigger results and the lasting changes that you're looking for. It's like you've been so worried and so concerned about the needs of others and looking out after others that you have not been taking care of yourself. And source, I think, was that is source is asking that you take care of yourself, that there is an emotional or uh, there is a challenge that is being presented to you that may require you seek the advice or the help from a third party. I don't know if this is a spiritual healer, um, a, a priest, a therapist, or a counselor, but there are some things, some situations in life that we are not meant to face alone. There, yes, and I think that trust your intuition. I think that you know this. I think that that inner voice, that spirit has been talking to you or leading you or guiding you to seek that third party. And yes, and this is confirmation of that, Taurus. This is confirmation of that, Taurus. You are on the right path. You are in the right thought process. But it requires a non-biased third party in order for you to bounce those ideas off of, in order to put those thoughts, those words, and those feelings into words so that you're better able to process those. You you know, there's no need, no reason uh, to be lonely and suffer in loneliness. This usually this is telling us that you're too isolated, that the deepest parts of you that you are being isolated of and protective of, it's time to make small changes. It's time to make small adjustments, and a third party, a non-biased third party, can help you with that. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the Taurus. And here we start with the Hierophant card. And I love this Hierophant card for you. This is higher knowledge, higher wisdom. But this isn't necessarily about the book smart and the hands-on smart, about, the uh, seen knowledge or knowledge. It's about the higher knowledge, the higher connection with spirit. And that is where the keys lie for you. It's the higher knowledge, the connection with spirit, followed by the 8 of Cups. Time to leave behind what is no longer serving us. There is something, I think that this is something that you have become very comfortable with, are very accepting of. And so sometimes we can become very accepting, are tolerant of unacceptable conditions. But I see that you're ready to leave that behind and move on and move forward. And it is when we leave behind that, when we move forward, that we achieve our goals, that we manifest what it is that we're wanting to manifest. The Empress card is really about manifestation. It's about accomplishing our goals, followed by the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is practicing alchemy. And alchemy is really the transformation. It's taking one thing and transforming it into another. You have everything that you need to manifest the life that you're wanting to manifest. It just requires that alchemy. And again, that goes back to those smallest changes, those smallest adjustments having the biggest effect and the lasting effects. You know, the universe will continually send to us what is meant for us, whether it is a blessing or whether it is a lesson. It is up to us to accept with gratitude whether it is a lesson, whether it is a lesson or a blessing that the universe is bringing into us. And let's always remember each and every lesson, each and every test ends or brings in a blessing. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Taurus. If anybody has any questions, please write that. Please write it in the comment section if you have a question for Source or if you have a question for Spirit, and we will be very happy to draw some cards on that. I do want to thank you very much for tuning in to Remedies Alchemy and Tarot. My name is Greta. I am an intuitive reader. I do have pre recorded readings that go up for each zodiac sign on a weekly basis. And I do try to do a live reading at least once an evening. You're always welcome to tune in and ask Spirit a question.